Okay, guys, if you're just coming in, there are no seats. Just come in and find a seat on the stairs, if you don't mind. We've got a lot to cover this first semester, course logistics and the like, so please come on in and have a seat and be comfortable. I am Professor Chen. I'm going to be your instructor for this semester. We have a bunch of visitors coming in, and I'm sorry for the abruptness, but they needed to come in and give you guys all some very important information, some about enrollment, but first about the research participation program that if you're a psych major, you certainly know about. If you're new to psychology, this is Emma, who is a graduate student in our program. She will describe to you what it's about. It is a requirement in this course to participate in the research participation program, as it is for all the decade courses in psychology and a bunch of others as well. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Emma, then we'll have someone talk to us about enrollment, and then we'll get into social psychology.
For those of you who are new to RPP, what RPP stands for is the Research Participation Program, and as most of you know, what it involves is that a small percentage of your grade this semester will come from directly participating in studies being run here on campus by UC Berkeley researchers. And they're run both in the laboratory on campus, and there's online studies as well. And the reason that we have this requirement is not only are you obviously helping out the researchers with their studies by participating in them, but it's also meant to give you some first-hand familiarity with the types of research methods used in psychology, and there are a lot of social psychologists who use the pool. It's also meant to give you some familiarity with the types of topics being studied here on campus as well, which may be of particular interest to you if you're a major, you're thinking of getting involved in research at some point in the future yourself. So what I'm going to be doing today is just covering the basics of RPP with you. I'm not going to be able to get into all the information about how to set up an account, how to sign up for studies, all that nitty-gritty. So if you are new to RPP, it's really, really important that you go to our website. You can get there by just Googling RPP Berkeley and take a minute to download and read the important information for students. So if you go to our website, you'll see a link that says click here for important information for students. If you click on it, it'll open a document that will walk you through step by step all of kind of the logistical stuff that I won't have time to cover here today in class. And even if you've done RPP in the past, it's still a really good idea to go to our website because it has all the updated dates and deadlines for this semester at our website. But just for the basics, what you'll need to know for this class is by the end of the semester, you'll need to earn 3 credits for this class. And one way that you can get the first credit just out of the way with early in the semester is by completing something called the online pre-screening survey. So the online pre-screening survey can be accessed from our website as well. There's just a link that says click here to access the pre-screening survey. And it's online, so you can complete it from wherever you want. It'll take you about an hour to complete, and it'll just ask you some basic questions about your personality, your background, your beliefs. And if you choose to complete it, it's optional, you don't have to. But if you do choose to complete it, you'll earn 1 RPP credit. And it is the only study that's posted during this week of class. So it's up right now, but it will be coming down this coming Monday, the 8th at noon. So if you do want to complete the pre-screening survey, you'll need to complete it before Monday the 8th at noon. And that deadline's on our website too. But the very next day, the 9th, Tuesday the 9th, that's when researchers will start posting studies to a site called Experometrics. And you can go to that site, it'll list all the studies that are available, a short description associated with each study, how many credits it's worth, what times you can sign up for, so that you can pick and choose across the course of the semester the studies that interest you the most. There is a deadline that you should be aware of besides the end of the semester, and that's this semester we're having a phase 1 deadline, which means you need to earn 1 of your 3 RPP credits no later than October 20th. And that's on our website as well. So the reason that we have that requirement is because in the past, a lot of students would wait until the very last week of class and try to earn all their RPP credits, and there just wouldn't be enough studies for them to sign up for. So it's just to encourage you to get an earlier start on RPP this semester. So again, all those deadlines are on our website. I also want to make sure you guys are aware of a few RPP policies, and one of them is that researchers can't penalize you for not showing up to an experiment. But we unfortunately can't get rid of the penalty option on our website. So if you do incur a penalty for RPP, it's exceedingly rare, but if that does happen, email me at rpp@berkeley.edu, and I'll make sure that that's lifted for you. But just as a courtesy to other students and the researchers who are running the studies, do cancel ahead of time if you can't make a session and free that slot up for somebody else. Also, you have to be 18 years of age or older to participate in RPP. So if you're under 18 now and you're going to be under 18 for the remainder of the semester, you'll have to complete the alternative assignment, and that varies from class to class. So just talk to Professor Chen or GSI about what it is for this class in particular. And also, if you don't feel comfortable participating in experiments, you don't want to for whatever reason, you can also complete that alternative assignment. And finally, I remind students of this every single semester, but every single semester this is kind of the most commonly forgotten thing to do. And that's at the end of phase 1 and at the end of the semester, you're going to have to do something called allocation, which means you have to log into our system and say that you want the credits that you earn for this class to go to 160. And that's a really important step because if you earn the credits but you forget to allocate them, they don't actually show up as earned on my end, and you might end up not receiving credit for the studies that you took part in. So I will be sending you reminders to allocate throughout the semester through your GSIs, but it's also really important to keep that in mind as you go through studies. You can allocate whenever. You can complete an experiment today and allocate that credit today, and then you don't have to remember to do it at the end of the semester.
If you don't allocate, it's as if you did not do RPP, which is extremely painful.
Yeah. And also just want to encourage you guys as you go through the semester, if you have questions for the researchers in charge of the study, you just want to learn more about what they're researching, don't be shy about asking those questions. Most researchers do love to talk about their own research, and they're there to be a resource for you guys to learn more about research. So please ask whatever questions you have as you go through studies this semester. And on that note, do you guys have questions about RPP for me before I go? Okay. Sure. So phase 1 ends on October 20th, and then the end of the semester is actually the day before the last day of classes. It's December 4th. And if you go to our website, all of those deadlines are up on our website as well, so you can refer back to them throughout the semester. That's correct. And actually, you'll have to set up something called Experometrics account to sign up for studies. So if you haven't done that before, go to our website, download that document attached to the important information for students link, and it'll walk you through kind of step by step how to set up an account. And one other thing I forgot is the pre-screening does take about a week after you complete up your credit to appear. So if you complete it today and your credit's not on your account right away, that's perfectly normal. There's no need to worry about that. Also, if you're in more than one psych class that requires RPP, you can only complete the pre-screening for one class. So you could only complete it for 160, not 160 and 150, for example. Any other questions? Okay, thanks for your time.
Thank you. Okay, next up, we have Zoe, who's in Psychology Student Services. Zoe and other people in that office, they are the ones who handle enrollment for this and all psychology courses. So it's pretty useless to email me about enrollment because I am not in charge of that. They handle enrollment, they follow usual guidelines and so forth. So Zoe will tell you the current state of the situation.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Zoe Shield. I work in the Psychology Student Services office. I'm one of the undergraduate advisors there, and I manage courses enrollment. There are about 77 students on the waitlist right now, a little bit less than that half of that amount of seats left in the class. So what we'll do is I will prioritize declared psychology majors. If you're intended to major in psychology and you have yet to submit the application, for instance, you're still technically undeclared, and you will have plenty of chances to take the class in the future, and we'll have no problem signing up for the class. If you're a freshman or sophomore, again, again, I would suggest that you take the class another time because with the number of psych majors and seniors and juniors on waitlist right now, there is not the chance of us being able to accommodate every student for freshman sophomore is pretty minimal. And if we expect to be able to accommodate psych majors and students who are on the degree list for fall 2014, that is if you're filing to graduate in fall 2014. And then we expect to be able to accommodate most of the seniors and some of the juniors, provided that you can get into the section. A lot of you are waitlisted for a section that's full right now. If you look at schedule of classes or ninja courses or schedule builder, it says that the section has a limit of 25 and with 25 students enrolled, there's no available seat. You cannot get in the section and the section is meant for you, then you cannot get into the class. Any questions so far?
Well, let me just interrupt here for a second. Some of you who are already on B-Space, you should have gotten that announcement from me about if you're not happy with the section you're in and what you should do about that. What you should really do about that is try to find a way to be happy with that section. But if you really, really can't be, the only way to switch sections, okay, is to use the B-Space forum to find somebody out there by posting a little ad saying, boy, I really would like to go to this section. Any takers? This is what I have. And then you have to email both of the GSIs involved and hear back from them to hear for sure that you've been allowed to switch sections. Do not do anything on telebears. If you unenroll on telebears, you are unenrolling from the course, right? Which is really bad. So for section switching stuff, do not go to telebears. You do this all on the forum, and you hope that somebody out there is able to swap with you. Okay, otherwise you try to find a way to be happy with what you have.
So yeah, never, ever, ever drop the class and re-enroll. Just don't do that. So my contact information, my office is in 3305 Tolman, and my phone number is 510-643-8114. My email address is psychsso@berkeley.edu, Center for Psychology and Services Office. If you have any questions, you're of course welcome to call or visit or email me. I'm very sorry I'm a little bit slower on emails these days because I'm constantly seeing students in the office. So the best way to reach me will be to come to see me. And my office hours is 9 to 12, 1 to 4, Monday through Friday. Does anyone have questions? Yes.
When can we expect that the classes will convert?
Good question. So I expect that now that you guys know about the section thing, that all of you will be checking whether your section is available and switch sections tonight. On telebears, there's a button under 2012 and 14 on the left. That's switch sections. You can use that button to switch out of your currently full section and switch into an available section. So please do that tonight as soon as possible.
Wait, so should they do that? They can do that, so they would stay enrolled in the lecture, and if there's an empty slot in one of the sections heading on telebears, we'll get them over there? Okay, and that's sort of a separate thing from once you are secured in one, so now you're off the wait list, and you did the switching thing on telebears, and you got into a section, and you're not happy with that section, you just wanted to get in one, that's when you do the B-Space forum thing that I was talking about. Is that right? Okay.
So Serena was saying that if you're enrolled in a section, you want to get out of it. And I'm talking about if you're waitlist for the section, you need to switch to an open section. So please do that tonight as soon as possible. I'll process enrollment tomorrow, and then enrollment will close next Friday. So if you're not enrolled in the class by September 12th, chance of you getting into the class is extremely minimal. Any other questions? Yes.
What about outside majors? Like, is there a requirement for me? Like, I was saying psychology.
If I remember correctly, it's one of the classes that fulfill the requirement. We can discuss that separately in terms of what other options we have. But the bottom line, unfortunately, I can't prioritize one major over another because there are other majors that use one particular requirement as well. So we're still prioritizing to have classes that they're not in psychology.
Zoe, can you see here 1 second? There's about 10 to 15 students out there who are concurrent enrollment students, and I think that you all know this, but we will process or decide on whether you can get in the course probably sometime next week. We need to get a better sense of what the numbers are and how many spaces we have left before we can approve or deny your concurrent enrollment request. But rest assured that if you did all the paperwork, I've been alerted to this on the faculty portal for that kind of thing on Fairfax. So I know that you're interested, and you just have to wait at least a week. But I guess everything will be decided by next Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot look at concurrent enrollment application until after I've settled the waitlist for matriculated Berkeley students. So that's the bottom line.
Other questions before she goes? Wait, was there something, concurrent enrollment, anything? We're good? Okay, the reason though, the class is capped at about 300 because we take exams in this room, and there are only 300 seats in this room. So, otherwise we'd be happy to take lots and lots of students, but we cannot. There's a room capacity issue here. Okay, thank you, Zoe. Okay, okay, I'm going to have the GSIs introduce themselves and then pass out the syllabus during which I will say a little bit about who I am. So we are lucky to have 4 GSIs for the course this semester. They're each going to be teaching 3 sections, 3 in a row, so they're sort of associated with a certain day of the week because they're doing all their sections on that day. So if you guys could stand up for a second so people can know who you are and say a bit about who you are. Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm Queen. I'm the Monday GSI. I teach from 1 to 4. I'm a 5th year in the social personality program, and I work with Serena on the self and relationships, and I work for Tino on Monday.
Hi, I'm Naya. I'm teaching on Tuesday. I'm a 7th year grad student, and this is my 11th semester teaching, so hopefully I know what I'm doing.
And she's taught decade courses herself, so you've got a very experienced career. Yeah.
So I'll take on you guys on Tuesday. I'm Rachel. I'm a 2nd year in the grad school of education studying school psychology. I'm the Friday section, and if you need a section, there's tons of space on Friday.
Especially the 2 to 3 one, I bet. Yeah.
Just so you know, and I'm Friday 2 to 3 and then I'm back to 10. But you can come join us. Hi, everyone. I'm Ariana. I'm actually 1st year in the social psych grad program, so and I'm 1st year undergrad, so I know we're all used up to before. I'm the 30 section from 9 to 12, and I think there's also space in the 9 a.m. So take one of that one to meet you.
Okay, awesome, guys. Thank you. You guys want to pass out the syllabus? Okay, while they're doing that, I am Professor Chen, and I work with several of these students, but I also do a lot of teaching. I teach social psychology regularly. I've been teaching it frighteningly almost 2 decades, which means I'm old. So I enjoy it, clearly, because I've been doing it a long time. I also teach undergraduate and graduate courses on the self-concept, identity, on close relationships, and these are sort of the areas of my research. So I'm very interested in how people think about themselves, how they evaluate themselves, how they regulate themselves, all topics we'll cover at various points in the semester. And I'm interested in different kinds of social configurations, whether it's romantic relationships, friendships, relationships between members of different groups in society, relationships where there's some sort of power asymmetry. Those are the kinds of things I'm interested in my lab. My graduate students, including some of these guys, are looking for research assistants. If you're interested in that kind of thing, you should go to Zoe as well. She does a lot. Her office, the Psychology Student Services office, always posts available research assistant positions. They're already posted, I'm pretty sure, and you should go quickly and apply widely if you're interested in getting some research experience. I think of myself as a New Yorker, even though I really grew up in New Jersey, but we don't like to say that. And I want to emphasize that I grew up in northern New Jersey, which is very different from this Jersey Shore show. Okay, it's completely different. But yeah, I went to undergrad at Cornell, and I went to graduate school in New York University. My first job was in Ann Arbor at the University of Michigan. It's cold there, and the Detroit airport sucks, and nobody comes to visit you when you live in the Midwest. So when the opportunity at Berkeley came up, I jumped at it, and I've been here since 2001. So I'm, pretty much a California now. Snow is not doing it for me anymore. So let's see. get going on, are there other kinds of course enrollment questions that now you've gotten a chance to think for 2 more seconds? Anything else you want to know about course enrollment? I beg you not to email me about it, not because I don't want to hear from you, but just because honestly, I don't hit the buttons to let you in. Okay, Zoe does. And she follows rules. It's not about, hey, you're kind of cool, I'm going to let you in. She does it by a process, so there's nothing magical, or you can't give her a gift or anything to get you in. So talk to her, not me. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see it on BSpace? No, hold on. Are you talking about the instructions I said about switching sections? Can someone log on to BSpace? It's one of the. Someone else log on? Can you guys look it up? Who saw it before? Who knows what I'm talking about? Yeah, okay, I think it's there. Okay, but just to be clear, what Zoe was talking about is if you're waitlisted and you just need to get in a section to be enrolled. That's different from if you're already in a section and you don't like it. That's the form thing. So, okay, someone confirm that it's there? Anyone? Yes, it's out there. Check again. I thought it was it a document I attached or was it just a message? What is it? Someone? Anyone? It's a document. It's a document. No? Okay, BSpace, check again. Okay. Other enrollment type questions. Okay, let's go quickly over some highlights, important things in the syllabus before we get to talk about what social psychology is and give you a flavor of what we're going to be talking about this semester. So lectures are being audio taped and the screenshots will be captured. So if you miss lecture, which is not ideal, you can go to Berkeley Webcast or Cal Central and you should be able to hear the lectures. Did you have a question? Yeah. Okay, she will resend it right now? Okay, Mia's going to resend it right now. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. She's resending it. Now, the reason why it's not ideal, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, to not come to lecture regularly is because I'm going to start using iClicker. Start meaning I've not done it before, so this will be the first semester. So in order to, I'm not going to take attendance. This is college. I'm not taking attendance for lectures. They are in the sections taking attendance. But you do need to be present to click in response to my very, very fascinating questions 75% of the lectures in order to get full credit for sort of participating in lecture. The idea of iClicker, how many of you had iClicker course before? Okay, so good. It seems about half of you. It's a way for me to get to talk to you guys more, to get a sense of where you're at. It's a way to make lecture a little bit more interesting. It's a way to help you learn better and deeper, I hope, is my goal in using iClicker. So read a little bit more carefully in the syllabus. You'll see you got to come to lecture to respond to the questions. And I mean 75% of the lectures minimum, okay? I understand sometimes you're tired, sometimes you're examining another class, whatever, okay? I understand that probably 100% attendance is not going to happen, but I would strongly recommend at least 75%, okay? Exams, okay? There's 3 of them. They are non-comprehensive, non-cumulative. So we're going to have a first unit, a second unit, a third unit of the course. They are, yes, technically non-cumulative, but as you're going to see, things that you learned early on in the course, you're going to reference them time and again as we go further in the course, okay? So it's non-cumulative. I'm not going to ask you about a term or theory from a previous unit of the course, but the ideas, the concepts there are things you're going to be thinking about throughout the semester. And that's cool. That's neat. There's themes, constant things you're going to keep coming back to over the course of the semester. Check out those dates now. 2 of the exams, the first 2 are during lecture time, and the last one is during the final exam period. It's a good 8. It's not too late in the period. We're not very happy about makeup exams. You need serious documentation to be able to take a makeup exam, so very much try to make it to the exam dates when they are, okay? With a class this big, it's very hard for us to deal with makeup exams. If you are a DSP student and you already have filed your paperwork, terrific. I either have received your letter or I will be receiving it. If you are a student considering asking for DSP test accommodations, send me an email, even if you don't have the paperwork yet, so that I'm alerted to the fact that you are going to be applying for these accommodations. Because the first exam is in a month, okay? I believe it's in less than a month. I believe it is October 1st, September 3rd. So the sooner I know who needs different kinds of accommodations, the better, okay? So everyone gets what they need on the proper date. Okay, iClicker, do we have questions about it? I sent around on BSpace, telling you they should have been selling it at a bookstore. Yes, they were. There's used and old ones. I don't think the version of iClicker matters. I asked our iClicker representative. They said they should all work. I'm not going to be doing anything too fancy with it, sort of the basics. So if you have an iClicker of some sort, it should work. I know a lot of you have already registered on BSpace. Was it an easy process to register on BSpace? I'm seeing nodding. You click on the iClicker tab, and then you type in your remote number, the serial number on your remote, and bam, you should be registered. Okay? Are there questions, iClicker related questions? Who's going to be trying iClicker Go? Who's trying iClicker Go? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're not. Okay. Okay. Is that your question? Yes. I'm not going to know the answer, but go ahead. I am okay with that, but I don't know how it works. Have you tried it? I've enabled it. It is enabled, so I think that's all I need to do. I have enabled it, so it should be able to work. Follow the instructions on the Educational Testing Service, ETS Berkeley. It gives specific instructions, and I think I actually have them in the syllabus too. Okay, give it a go. And if you have problems, then tell me, and then I will direct you to someone who can answer them. Okay, other iClicker questions. Anything? Okay. I'm skipping around a little bit. Lectures, besides attending, let me just say my general thoughts about lecture are that some of my lectures are going to overlap with content in the textbook because, presumably that content is important and it's sort of core ideas, core theories, core findings in social psychology, but there will be a good degree of stuff that I cover in lecture that will not be in the textbook and vice versa. And you need to be familiar with it all, okay? You might have heard rumors about what my tests are like in this class. I don't know. This is, let me just say right now that people kind of have a rude awakening a lot of times